Hello, my people. Welcome to today's program. Welcome to Mirror African Television. On today's program, let's discuss on European financial piracy that has been going on since election in Venezuela. As all of us may figure out, also know what is going on, Europe have been colluding with the United States to destroy all part of the world. The Europeans enslaved Africa. They never say sorry. They never show remorse from what they did to Africans, even though the things that were stolen from Africa is still under their possession till today, the Europeans. That one is not yet finished. Now slavery have ended. Slavery is no longer business for them. What do? They start siphoning all the African resources, killing African leaders, assassinating all sorts of oppositions in Africa, committing all sorts of atrocities in Africa. And Africa did nothing about it. Africa never challenged the order of the Europeans in international arena. All Africans were on their own. They never come collectively together to fight their common enemy. It's very bad. Now, that one is not yet finished. America and Europe collude in bombing and killing of African citizens all over the world, destroying planet. The current one is Libya. What did Gaddafi did to the West that Gaddafi must die? Look at Libya when Gaddafi was in power. Look at today's democratic Libya that Europe brought to us. Libya is central of world crime. Libya is every crime that happens on planet occurs in Libya today. Who is discussing about it? Is there any international bodies or court talking about it? Who cares? They came in, they kill whoever they like, they steal the whole gold that Libya possesses. They seize the whole money that Libya has in their central banks. Nobody cares. Nobody tried to discuss about that one. Now, Russia challenged them. War break out between Russia and Ukraine. Russia seized territories in Ukraine. Russia annexed those territories to become Russian territories. All of a sudden, the whole Europe project Ukraine, all of them were pouring different types of weapons, pushing money into Ukraine, even to the extent destroying their own economy for the Ukraine's sake. Most people may ask, why all this? Oh, Europe, they're so nice people. Because Ukrainians are suffering, they want to kill themselves because no, Ukraine is the central of money laundering on planet. Ukraine is a place where anything comes in and disappears. That is Ukraine. Ukraine is the project of Europe and America. If you recall what they did to Soviet Union when they were having financial problems, that they said, oh, I'm Soviet, let me help you. We are good in finance. And Soviet said, come in, come and help us. We are having financial issues. The West entered Soviet. Do you know what they did? All the whole Russian oligarchs, all over the world, after the Soviet collapse, Russians were having issues. They opened their door for the West to come in and help them to stand up. What they did, the remaining money that Russia has, the West gave immunity to all the whole Russian oligarchs to move all the whole Russian wealth out of Russia. The whole money that the West have been enjoying since in the sense of their rich countries, all is Russian money. And the Russian companies, they use them as they like. Today, Russia have regained their independence. The project is now in Ukraine. Do you know the worst case scenario? In Venezuela, Venezuelan people conducted election. Venezuelan people choose whom their leader is. There is nothing like ringing or manipulation of election. All of a sudden, America and Europe come together and choose this former Senate president of a country that is the legal president of the nation. That Juan Guaido is the president, and before the government of Venezuela will raise their tongue, America seized all the whole assets that Venezuela possessed in their central banks. I thought that he had all this money that is in central banks has immunity, that they shouldn't touch it. That is the law they are creating for you. That is the manipulation they are showing to the world. The money is immune. Nothing, no matter whatever, that money shouldn't be touched. Before you know it, America sees the whole gold Venezuela possess in their banks in the United States, and the assets and raw cash that they have in America. Before you know it, the next place they keep their gold is in London Central Bank. London seized the gold. Till today, as I'm talking to you, they seize Venezuela gold. Yes. Now, do you know the latest one? You know Switzerland. Switzerland always position itself as a neutral body that never choose side. That anything financial is secret, nobody knows. But America knows everything that goes in Switzerland. Russia has heavy assets in Swiss. Russian government, not personal. Russian federal government possess a very large sum of amount in Switzerland, and the ones they have in various European countries. And Russia never knew that these people are piracy, financial pirates. If your currency start growing, all their ice ball will start falling out. They will be looking for a way to divert that money and share it among themselves. Russia was calling the West, calling America, let us sit down and discuss Ukraine. Let us sign. Let us do this. Give us written guarantees. Everybody closed their ears. Yes. As Russia stepped in to handle the matters on their own, what do? They rush and seize the whole assets, the whole gold, the whole money. Even though the Swiss themselves that claim to be neutral seize the money. Do you know the latest one now as I'm talking to you? Ursula von der Leyen, the woman that is leading European Union, says they must surely find a mechanism and a loophole in law. They never hide it. She never hide what I'm saying. She said it in public. They must find a law that will give them the right to seize and take over Russian wealth. Russian wealth that is in central banks that they claim that should be immune to anything political. All of a sudden, they seize everything. To the extent, the whole Russian companies, Gazprom daughter companies that are functioning in various European countries they are having gas deal with, was seized. Their assets, all the whole thing seized. Now they want to share. As the woman is talking today, she started, the tweet was edited. First of all, they took it down, edit it, and retweet it again. What did she say? She started with Ukrainians, over 100,000 military personnel of Ukraine have died. Ukraine said that they are losing nobody, but she said it. And as she was saying it, she now said that normally before, Ukraine need $30 billion to repair the damages that Russia caused in their country. And the money they seize in Europe is 600 billion, that the 300 billion they're supposed to use to repair Ukraine is no longer enough. They need the 600 billion. You know where they are going to. Their eyes, nothing else, since they seize that wealth, is looking for a way to turn that money. And I'm making this video to tell the third world countries, more especially Africans, that whatever you are doing, you will go to the West. They are the ones, even though our constitution that we are using today is being drafted by them. There is nothing like indigenous constitution. We, the people of Africa, sitting down, know how we operate, how we behave, how our things works, draft our constitution that will suit us. Everything West is the best. It's even closer to God. allowing their money to remain in Western banks. Now, you are not the first person. They did it to Venezuela. They did it to Gaddafi. Now they're doing it to Russia. Who is Africans? This video is just to tell Africans, it's time you decouple yourself from this criminal gang people that call themselves West. They have been living and surviving with the sweat of African countries. Look at France. France is making no less than, if I tell you, they will tell you the French-speaking part of Africa is poor countries. Is it not what they tell you in their national television? That African countries are poor, wretched, they need to help Africa. Do you know how much France makes per month from French-speaking areas? $6 billion per month. Per month, because they are the one printing their currency. These people are not allowed to own central banks. Listen, all their money will be banked in that France bank, and only 10% of your total wealth that you bank in France Central Bank is allowed to release to you. If you need more than 10%, you borrow it. You borrow your money and pay interest. Yes, go and Google. And they will tell you that Africa is nothing. Africa, these guys are a bunch of criminals that we need to open our mouth to let the world know, let them know that we have decoded them, that they are the worst criminal on planet. Why are they attacking Russia? Why do they want to destroy Russia? Do you know that a woman from American Senate House said that the resources that Russia possesses is too large for Russia alone to manage it? Did you hear that word? Did that thing enter your ears? That resources that Russia possesses, gold, diamond, or gas, fuel, crude, everything, other chemicals, raw materials, that is too large for only Russia to manage it. So they will use Ukraine to destroy your Russia so that they will come and manage it for Russians. Do you see the game? The hypocrites. And Africans are folding their arms, following these rubbish criminals. They have nothing to offer. Africa should decouple and join the BRICS organization. The BRICS of China, Russia, South Africa, and Brazil. That is the moving trend. And I even heard that Nigeria have applied. Saudi Arabia has applied. Egypt has applied. All of it, even though Turkey is applying to join. Those people, look, let me tell you. Do you know yesterday I was watching a program and they were telling or discussing, analyzing the business that Chinese was doing with Australia. Australia was making up to $30-something billion per year from China in mining sector. America jumped in, started telling the Australians the price they should sell it to Chinese. China tried to warn Australia. Australia never listened. Our ally. Now, China have canceled all their contract with Australia. China went to Brazil, is member of BRICS, and signed 35 years contract of the same raw material. And paying, even giving more cash to Brazil. And Australia is like this. They try to take Chinese to international whatever business, I don't know. And China said, go and sell it to the Americans. The only thing America can offer the world is bullet and bomb. No development, nothing. They are wretched. Go and look California. They were showing California the other day, my man. Even though Nigeria, the worst part of Nigeria, is far better than the people living on the street. They are only first world country outside America. Inside America, they are fifth world country. America is not even qualified to be third world country because Africans are far better than them. The only thing they have is those nuclear bombs. Nothing else. They have no moral right to dictate to nobody. America has nothing. Do you know that there is Cold War between America and Chinese? Do you know that the chip, this chip, memory chip they used to build a computer, America placed embargo on on Chinese just to curtail the Chinese development, technology in development. Let me give you a small example. Before, people do hear that Japanese want to supersede America. Japan economy was waxing, growing because of chips. Japanese have a breakthrough in developing memory chips. Due to the America are occupying their territory as they're occupying Germany, they forced us, Japan to sign a bilateral treaty for Japan to stop developing their chips. And they said from that day they signed that thing, Japan economy has never experienced 0.1% growth. They are living with borrowing. Yes, that is America. That is America for you. All the whole countries like Taiwan that listen to America and give embargo on China not to sell the chips to China. Chinese, since 2 days ago, have now breakthrough. All the whole Chinese engineers in the United States are now moving back and helping their government to develop their destiny. The moving train is China. China is going with development. China is developing the world. Russia is financing. I even told people yesterday, there is a video that I uploaded. I said Nigeria should stop using our wealth to look for dollars to foreign exchange. No, start using gold. Trade with India and China and Russia. Use gold to import our fuel so that the fuel price in Nigeria will collapse. People will be able to save money to find food to eat. So that's all I have for you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining in. Like my video, share it. Please check the subscribing button because I see that a lot of people say that they have been unsubscribed from my channel. I don't know what is going on. Please cross-check and also invite others. Share the video is for you. You know, you can share it in various platforms. This is Miro Africa for you. Thank you for watching and bye-bye for now.